Alrighty, so let's see. First things first. Now, my audio is probably going to be adjusted during this broadcast because I watched a replay since I got my new headset, and during race footage, I'm kind of muffled. So, yeah, we gotta fix that. Alrighty, so update. My driver ranking has improved. I am back to a B. I'm back to a solid B driver. Sportsman's rating is coming up as well. That's also a B. Yeah. So happy days. Let's see. So, what did you miss? Well, for one, started driving a lot more Fords. Actually jumped in the 2018 and ran a race with that. As a matter of fact, I've got two 2018 Ford GTs. One of them is named Leon for my grandson. The other one is named Kinley for my granddaughter. So yeah, let's see here. Where is it? But I also jumped on the McLaren. I did. I raced the McLaren 650S. Lots of good highlights. Lots of good highlights. Sorry about that. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee. Throat is still kind of dry. Let's see. So, just as a heads up, during this replay, you will go through and hear a little bit of reverb. This one is me racing Leon on Monza. Much to my surprise, there was no turn one murdering, which I was very, very happy for. Alrighty. Also in the party is Adawan. He's away from his headset at the moment, but he will be back momentarily. And yeah, you're going to end up with a little bit of echo because I'm checking my mic audio versus the...
Checking out your new toy, are you?
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so last week we were at Monza with the chicane for a sprint race. They're on hard tires, so obviously mid-engine cars provided the best grip. With that being said, they weren't the only cars out there. The meta car for this particular race was the Toyota Supra, which I still don't own because, well, it's a meta car, and, well, we know my feelings on meta cars. They can be beat. It's not the car, it's the driver, for the most part. So, yeah, went ham on this race. Went ham. In the Ford GT that I swear up and down should be a Group 4 race car. But last week, I was glad it was Group 3. Because the funny part about it is when I got in this car, I wasn't expecting to do anything. And then I crushed my qualifying time. And I went, oh shit.
You did?
I did. So, based on last week and yesterday, and actually it goes a little bit further back with that, I kept flip-flopping back and forth on who I was going to sign with. I think it's going to be a Ford. I think I'm going to be a Ford driver. Yeah, Ford's not even in the Manufacturers Cup race. They're not even in the top 10. But I happen to drive them very well. Not excellent, just very well. But yeah, just like the week that we were at Spa in Group 4, being chased by 2 Metacars. They're chasing me, they're just not catching me. Which, at the end of the day, I was very happy for it. Because, well, I mean, it wouldn't be much of a highlight reel if I went from first to last. Not that I haven't done that before, repeatedly, more times than I care to count. But I guess I've matured as a sim racer, that when I do end up on pole, I don't freak out or geek out as much as I used to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still get nervous through races. Adawan still gets nervous through races. We all still get nervous through races. But it's just, yeah. So, we'll spend a little bit of time watching replays. Do one from last week, because I mean, this is pretty much how last week went towards the end. At the beginning, yeah, it was a little bit slightly different story. Didn't go as well, obviously, because I had the live stream before this was righting it wrong, because, well, I had such a bad day that I just plummeted. You go from a BB racer down to a DE racer. Yeah, that's a bad day. This week's race, as you will see in the next replay, is at Spa. When we were in the Group 4 car, the Porsche was the Metacar. This week, it's the Nissan Silhouette. And just like for the same reason as the Porsche, there's one straightaway where that car shines, but you've got a whole bunch of curves before you get to that straightaway again. So, but I went through, I was kind of like, well, I did really good in the Group 4 Mustang, so this week I'm in the Group 3 Mustang. And having some fairly good showings. He went to dive bomb, but he had gone through during the middle of that dive bomb. He tried to brake check me, and the computer ghosted him, so it didn't work. So as a result, it was okay. You may have outcornered me. I'll see what you got towards the end of the race. And because he had a half-second penalty, we know how this works. Because again, whatever penalty you receive or whatever penalty you see on the car in front of you, take that time, double it, and in some cases, depending on the track, triple it. And that's how much time they're going to lose. That also goes for you as well. Because like this week on Spa, my half-second penalty will cost me a second and 3/4 from the time that I hit the penalty line, decelerate, and recelerate and get back up to speed where I was. It's a second and 3/4, 1.75 seconds. Decided to do the old switcheroo. I think this is the lap I did the old switcheroo. Oh no, that was only lap 4. Okay, my bad. I'm old, forgive me. In other words, another one of those instances where he's trying to brake check me. Okay, so if you're in a straightaway and somebody brake checks you, the computer registers it as you're on the accelerator, they're on the brakes. When you make contact, they consider that ramming. So that's where you get your penalty at. Now, when that first became a thing, everybody was subject to it. Since then, people have kind of gotten wise to it, and the computer's actually gotten a little bit smarter as well. So the brake check penalties, whereas they do still occur, they're not happening as often. And Adawan can attest to this. You go through, and after a while, you go up against so many dirty racers that after a while, you kind of learn how to counter them. And then in which case, it's like, dude, you're an idiot. Yeah, back when we first started racing, yeah, you could bump and grind and knock me off the track, and somebody could bump and grind and knock Adawan off the track. But we're older, we're wiser, we're better equipped drivers. So as a result, the whole bumping and grinding thing doesn't work. For the most part. Theoretically speaking.
Unless they catch you just perfect. Which happens.
It does. So yeah, that was mine. So. And then this is this week's race. Now, this was actually the first race. I literally sat at the menu screen going, what am I going to race? What am I going to race? What am I going to race? Because we've seen me I'm typically in only a handful of vehicles. And part of the recent success that I've had is the fact of I've stopped doing the whole I'm gonna run this car, no, I'm gonna run this car, no, I wanna run this car, no, I wanna run this car. I'm literally just picking one car, and yeah, I'll jump out of it for a race or two, but for the most part, all week long, I'm racing that one car. I'm getting to know that one car. And Mr. Adawan and the stream with me, him and Kadal actually have a lot to do with that. Now, with that being said, does Adawan take his own advice? Yes. Does Kadal love his little heart? No. But, I mean, it's And sometimes there's just a cool factor with cars. Like when I raced the McLaren, is it the fastest for Spa? No, absolutely not. Is it in the top 250? Yeah. Well, at least it was as of yesterday. Um, is the Mustang in the top 250? No, but for whatever reason, I can drive it. I can drive it good. This particular race, I started in fifth. I do get knocked down. So you've got, okay, so Monza had their turn one shenanigans. Spa, just like the race 4 race, has their turn one shenanigans.
They all do at the start of the race.
They all do. But now, since this race, I've actually gone in and changed the look of the car. Most of my race cars have purple highlights, for lack of a better term. And I don't know what happened to the purple highlights on this car, but I put the purple highlights back on the car. So, and why did I put purple highlights back on my car? Because, well, my picture and my uniform is purple. For the ladies. All the ladies love the purple. And I ended up drifting around that corner, which was so not desirable, but yeah. But the one thing that I've noticed is the American manufacturers, Chevy predominantly, I mean, Chevy is still in contention, quote unquote contention, or was in contention for the manufacturers Cup. They were within the top 10, I believe. Last track I had seen, they were 4 or 5 or something like that. They were in the top 10. Ford was not represented, but Chevy was. Which actually stands to reason, considering Chevy, as of this moment, is the only active FIA American manufacturer. Ford's got cars, but they're in the races, but they're not in the races. Their points, they're kind of like on the rookie season, rookie series. They're getting there now. Next year, they will have full FIA points and all of that. Coincidentally enough, for the Mustang. They have pulled the Ford GT out of FIA, IMSA, SCCA, Supercar Racing. So now the Ford representation is the Ford Mustang. So yeah, my Group 4 Mustang says Daddy, and my Group 3 Mustang says Indad. Yep. There's a meaning. But yeah, just like in the Group 4 race, and all in all, I enjoy Spa. I do.
Good mixture of speed and corner.
Agreed. guys. It's like I said, I'm a clean racer. I just apparently can't stay within the lines. Sorry, I had to send a text out. So yeah, we'll go through, watch this replay, and then get to some live racing. Yeah, the one thing about Spa is it will bite you and you don't know you're being bit until, well, you've been eaten. Because you may go into a corner thinking, oh, I'm just a little bit off my line. No, 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 no. With the amount of speed that you're carrying through these corners, if you're a little bit off your line, you're a lot off your line. Like, a lot. Like that dark rubber green stuff, yeah, stay off that. And I've been on it more times than I care to count because, oh, I'm just a little bit off my line. No, no, you're dancing on the green stuff that is slowing you down and bouncing you all over the place. I think that's the only material I've ever seen that you can be driving on and it will spin you. And it's supposed to be grippy, not slippy. Woo! Yeah, and you guys saw Woo in last week's race that we showcased. And Adawan and I have made this comment before. After a while, when you're racing in this sim, you'll start to see some of the same people again and again and again and again and again. So you end up being mildly sociable. Time for another cup of coffee. Time for coffee. Yeah, I don't recommend drifting around that corner.
Okay,
Now,
I won't do it then.
okay, so the jalopy that you just saw behind me around that corner, that is the silhouette. That is this week's Metacar for this race. But again, it's the Metacar because of one spot. Now, when we did the Group 4 race here, I made the comment, depending upon how you take turn 1, you can lose up to 2 seconds climbing that hill by taking that hill run. Whereas that silhouette is very, very fast, it doesn't exactly handle the best. So, things to ponder as you're making your selection for whatever race car you're going to race. And it's not a hard pit entrance, but for whatever reason, I don't like Spa's pit entrance. I really and truly don't. I don't know why.
It's nasty. It's hard to miss because you come off of that tight chicane and you gotta be just straight in, or else you're pit penalty.
Yeah. The boys from
And a good chance of hitting the wall there, too.
Yeah. So on this race, you don't have to take on fuel. You just got to switch tires. Fuel-wise, you've got, because of the fuel consumption, you've got like 29 laps of fuel. And it's only an 8-lap race, so all you got to do is just swap tires. This race does require 2 different compounds. They are required. You have to have medium and soft. I start on the medium. I run my first 4 laps on the medium, and then I go to the soft. Which Adawan and I were talking before I started streaming. Lately, towards the end of the day yesterday, I was noticing that I was getting in the pits with people, and over half of them started out on the soft tires, and we're in the pits together. And I'm like, okay, how is it that you're on the quote-unquote better tire and I'm keeping up with you? And I'm about to put the better tire on, so this is going to end poorly for you. Case in point, I went into the pit 5th, came out 9th, and started passing people. Oh, the livelong day. Now, the one thing about Spa, just like in the Group 4 race, there's going to be gaps. And again, because this track is so fast and it requires as much perfection as humanly possible, one little misstep will cost you seconds. He got a penalty, so I caught him and obviously blew by him. And then there's a Brazilian, and yeah. Now, because there is pit strategy, obviously you're going to go up in some positions because of pits. So, like that corner, I started it in 6th, and by the time I got to the end of the straightaway, I was in pit. And good morning, Mr. Toon.
And good morning, Mr. Toon.
So yeah, and climbing that hill throws your car around so much. So much. But because I was able to take that hill better than the Brazilian that I'm in the process of passing, who is going to try to run me wide, that I know he's going to try to run me wide, so I kind of somewhat set him up. Again, and after a while, you go through and you race against so many different types of drivers that you can almost kind of, based on the way that their car is acting, you can kind of tell what they're going to try to do. So the Brazilian tried to run me wide. I let him think he was going to run me wide, and then I simply just came out of the gas. He went wide, I went tighter, and not only did he lose 4th place, but he lost 5th place as well, because the Porsche behind me was like, oh, well, Newton's law is in full effect. Properties in motion tend to stay in motion. And then I just happened to nail this middle section beautifully and pulled away. And that is the one thing that I've noticed about the Mustangs, is they're not the golden unicorn of cars. They're not the right car for all tracks, but they are workable on all tracks. Now, with the success that I had in the GT 2018 race car last week, I was kind of hoping to be able to transfer that over to this week and just stay in the 2018 Ford GT. Unfortunately,
hang on. Are
that's
all the
not working out
GTs
so well.
Group 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toon, welcome to the live stream.
Yeah, I joined the... Oh, yeah. It's cold as hell.
It is currently 73 degrees in Tampa.
Well, I don't live in God's waiting room, so
Well, that is true.
I live in North Florida. That's all you can really chalk Ohio up to is just North Florida.
Have a large retirement community, do you?
No, we just have a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, but people in Florida aren't idiots.
Florida man. Anything else?
So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
So, what made you decide on the Mustang instead of the GT?
Just the way that, okay, so it's got really good power. It's kind of like your DBR9 in that respect. For those of you who don't know, watching the stream, find the stream later, Tune, my eldest, is very much a huge fan of Aston Martin, and justifiably so.
I will own a fucking Aston.
Right. It's a really, okay, so the Ford GTs, all three of them have a mid-engine shift. There are a lot of long sweeping corners on this race that unfortunately that mid-engine shift can really disrupt your line, which in turn for me personally slows me down. So I was like, okay, now it's got the same top end speed as the Le Mans spec race car, as well as the 2018 race car. And because we're not on hard tires, the mid-engine benefit of additional grip, because the engine is over the back axle, providing just a slight bit more rear grip for you, doesn't apply here because we're on medium and soft tires. So it just works out better. And that's why I went with the Mustang over any of the Ford GTs. Now, with that being said, do I still do practice laps in the Ford GTs? Yeah. Because I hope to be able to nail it down properly. But for right now, just being able to get in, just like when Group 4 was here, for me to just get in, have the power on the straights that I need, and the cornering that I need, the Mustang just fits that bill for me perfectly.
Alright. Now, another all-important question. Where's Ottawa?
Sleeping.
Oh, he be sleeping. Sleepy King. Okay.
Concentrating.
On what?
The race.
B or C?
Oh, he's on Spa.
Ah, good man.
One of my favorite tracks. So,
I liked Spa up until Dad hopped on and violated my damn time.
Well, then get in your car and beat it.
I'm watching the opening cinematic. I'm paying the cinematography crew their dues because they put a lot of effort into this shit.
They did.
Although if they're gonna be, you know, showcasing really good cars, then they really shouldn't have put that fucking Dodge over on, because, you know, in the part of the opening where it cuts over to the Dodge over in Willow Springs, yeah, they could have cut that out entirely and put a good car there.
Well, at the time, Dodge was.
Well, I mean, it was automatically shit because it was a muscle car, so. Also, when are we getting a super truck race B?
Oh, I'm sure at some point we will.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting change of pace. Or better yet, where's a hot hatch race B?
Those are race phase.
Yeah, then the trucks are gonna be fucking noisy too.
So yeah, that was my first race. I mean, seriously, that's how I started my week off, with a podium finish.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's see here. I can't remember if I took care of all of this before I logged off yesterday, but just in case I didn't, we will take care of it right now.
And it being...
Oil change, car wash.
Ah. Wait, what? Daily Race B is now Red Bull Ring.
No.
Yeah, Daily Race B is now Red Bull Ring.
Hang on.
If y'all think I'm joking, I can send a screenshot.
Dude, I'm getting, after I do the oil change
it
and
is.
after... Why did we do a midweek? Oh, wait a minute. I know why we did a
Because of the
midweek.
glitch.
Yeah, because of the glitch. Okay, so
I'm gonna let
yeah.
Island know.
Okay, so for those of you who were unaware, there was a glitch on, or not Interlagos, keep saying Interlagos, Lake Maggiore.
Maggiore.
Yeah. That you could actually cheat the computer. And a couple of YouTubers exploited it, put it out there. So now Polyphony did a emergency track switch.
9 laps, Red Bull. You know what? I'm actually gonna go to. I've never raced Red Bull Ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna go set a time.
Okay.
All right, give me my Aston. Throw them on the hards. What are we looking at the time trials and everything? 51 seconds. Oh my god. Oh no! Everybody already swapped over to the. Everybody already swapped over to the 155.
Yeah, I could see that.
G70 WRX. Oh, I'm not gonna do great in this Aston. Shit.
You never know.
Cause it's all four-wheel drives.
Right, but
Well, and a
again,
Porsche.
but again, and Adawan and I both have proved this. Just because there's a Metacar doesn't mean that it's going to win every race.
RCZ. NSX. G70.
Alrighty. So.
Who am I kidding?
Excuse me.
So as you can tell by the upper right hand corner, I have 0 miles that I have logged today. I literally jumped on, reviewed footage, started streaming. So yeah. Okay, but before we do that, let's do our customary look across the used car lot. Lots of little cars. I've already got that. Oh, the Super B is back. Already got one of those. Alrighty. I don't see anything that I can't live without.
So when's the old Little Man League spinning back up?
Probably not until the year because I need stuff to calm down at work. And that's been my biggest thing because when we started the Whittleman League, everybody kind of had set schedules, and everybody had like, yeah. Now, let's see. Sunday, I went through and did night shift. Uh, Tomorrow, I'm doing day shift. We'll probably end up working a double, so I got to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning, which means Papa has got to be in bed by
4 o'clock.
no, I don't. No, I'm not that old, but I do need to be in bed by at least, in a perfect world, 6, no later than 8 tonight. Um, so Nissan GTR GT500. I've got, this is Nissan's answer to Tom Supra, the 97 Supra that I own, which coincidentally enough is a Group 3 car. I could actually spend $2.7 million on this and race it in this week's daily race, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just not going to do that. Alright, let's go to sport mode. So at this point in time, and again, just like when I was in the Group 4 on this track, the sportsman rating, which is currently a B, which is actually a considerable upgrade from the E that it was 5 days ago, I have to be able to climb that hill and not cross the line. But your car is under so much force climbing that hill at speed, it's very easy to throw yourself out of limits. Red Bull Ring Short Track. That's the Group 4 race. Alrighty, so we are going to Spa. We've got 12 minutes to kind of get warmed up. Which my warm-up consists of maybe 2-3 laps.
Your warm-up consists of grabbing a cup of tea?
Cup of coffee.
Wait, this isn't the first time they've had to change a track midweek, is it?
Mm-mm. Well, no, this is actually the first time they've changed the track. Now, they've gone through and gone in, changed the dynamics, and reset everything. I guess Polyphony wasn't able to fix whatever it is they needed to fix without taking the servers down. So as a result, they just put a new track up. Alrighty, so my current qualifying time is 2:18.2. So, okay, let's get warmed up, woke up. Why is the road wet?
I had a fuel leak, sorry.
Oh, lordy. And that is not how you take turn 1.
Shall we do?
Alrighty, I shall be here.
Okay. Wasn't Red Bull Ring like the catalyst to yours and Adawan's like worst week in GT7?
The Adawan, yes, me no.
Alright, so what's the trick for Red Bull Ring?
I have no idea. I've never raced a short track before.
Oh, is there a longer track?
Yeah. And I was in the wrong angle on that corner. I had to lift a little. So that's over 3 seconds off my pace. And spinning the tires doesn't help either. Took that a little while. Able to stay wide open for that. Nope, nope, nope. And yeah, you saw that right. I literally lost 1.2 seconds just by spinning tires. Okay.
You know, you could solve that problem by just turning traction control on.
Yeah, I know. Alrighty. And we've got less than 5 minutes before the race, so yeah. So right now, with my qualifying time, I am ranked number 2 on my friends list. Number 1 is a Corvette, number 2 is a Mustang, so it's Chevy versus Ford, and I'm still within the top 10,000 for my current time. Right now, the fastest time is a 2:11.9. That's just insane. But again, it's Skyline Super Silhouette 1984 with a sprinkle of Supras. There's an M6.
Okay, let me take a look. Okay, so I'm at so I set a 56-second lap time, so I'm 5 off. I'm sitting at number 3. Hey, I'm in the top 5,000.
Good deal.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. There is a
Now
chance.
Let me be kind of not damn replay up.
Ford GT just outside the top 50. But Skylines are kind of like the Metacar. Although I am starting to see quite a few Supras and GTRs, so Nissan may be the meta manufacturer, Skyline being the dominant car. Actually, I don't think we can call the Skyline the meta car, just because there are quite a few other cars and other manufacturers. But Nissan is definitely the meta manufacturer. A little drink of coffee.
Okay, so that's a 55. What is the fastest thing? What is the fastest potential time for this damn van in? Let's see, 55, 4. Okay, so
So did you check out my replay last week there, Toon?
I did, and I could not even replicate it.
And that time that replay I left you was actually slower than the best time I got with the car.
Really?
Yeah. He went through and was kind of like, hey, I can go faster. I was like, oh, here we go.
God, you've got to be careful on Red Bull Ring, otherwise you're fucking getting trapped on it.
You do know when you look at those replays, you can bring up the where I'm braking and.
I did not.
Yeah, if you go into the options and go and change it to display all, it'll show you the brake
Shows your
coming
brake,
on,
accelerator points,
accelerator points. Yeah.
See, I
So I
thought
use
display all
when
only
I
showed the like the data on the screen. I didn't know you
Oh
could
no,
set
it
up.
shows everything.
it shows the little brake lines down at the bottom, so you can be watching a corner. What I do is I change it and then I go back to the start of the lap and then watch it. Make sure you're exited all the way out of that and watch it from the start of the lap again. So you kind of get an idea where the brake point and where the accelerator and everything's going. We got B racers, but no Mavs.
Yeah, for those watching the live stream, Adam and I still have, as of yet, to be in a public lobby together in a race. I have raced Island. I have raced Cadal. Actually, I think even Nix and I have been in a lobby together.
No, sir.
No? Oh, thought we had. Alrighty, so let's see. We've got
Get to start 10.
Stormfront.
I think
I'm starting 9th, so my qualifying time is still good enough to keep me within the top 10. Downside to it is I'm just outside the chicane, so I'm going up against Speed Racer. Now, there are some weeks that you go through and you look at like the sportsman rating or the SR rating. There was a time when we would be like, oh, they're a C or they're a B or yeah, they must be dirty. That's not necessarily the case anymore. Now, with that being said, are there those that exploit the fact that, well, I'm already B or C sportsman rating, so I might as well just start knocking people off the track? Yeah, there's still that, but not nearly as bad. But you will about to see the full horror of lap one, turn one at Spa. I have no doubt. Now watch this be the one race where everybody races just all 9 kinds of clean. Okay, so
It'd be nice if I could go through a turn on Red Bull Ring without getting a fucking track limits penalty. But it seems like even if your car slightly touches the red, it's a damn penalty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the downside to it is whenever glitches get exploited, the rules are going to tighten up. Oh, it's 39. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what Indad's Mustang can do. I see Silhouette has no off-the-line speed. And we've got our first victim. He took that corner way wrong. And he's upset that he got passed. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to come out of the gas, because typically people behind me are coming out of the gas on turn 1. Here comes old Dingleberry. Let's see if he passes clean. He does. Good deal. Happy days. Got a Tom Super behind me. Oh, shit. Well, for the record, that wasn't me. And apparently this is turning into a rock and sock track. Started 10th, turned into 9th, currently 7th, and we're just going to leave this Super. Bye, Super. And Super got a penalty. Bye-bye, baby.
Now, Adawan, this Red Bull Ring, this one leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it?
No, it's the short track. It's
No,
not the full
it's the
one.
short track, yeah.
Wasn't it raining too for that race?
No, the one for that one, it was, they were wall rubbing on the big corner is what it was.
I thought that was high-speed rain they did that on.
Yeah, they did that as well.
Fucking track limits, oh my god.
Oh yeah, that was high speed ring, sorry. No, Red Bull ring? No, I don't have a problem with that one.
Alright.
I kinda like that track.
And I've got 5th place in front of me. Well, 5th and 6th. And now I have 5th and 4th in front of me because somebody went and met Barry R.
Penalty every lap. I'm not doing very good.
We need to have a talk about that young man. I know, it gets frustrating. It really and truly does.
Going up that hill, and I know better.
Well, it's like I told Nick's one time. I mean, my saving grace for the longest time I was using the endurance race that they have on Spa as my money track. So, do I know this track perfectly? No. Do I know it well? Yeah. Oh, Brazilian made a mistake. What are you dragging?
Well, I know this track like just about inside and out because we run it here and run it on my F1. And
That's time. Oh, forced over like a
I mean, yeah, F1 is a totally different beast, but still it's the same track.
Okay, one
I'm at a
more lap.
155.6. Oh, now I'm 4,098. What the fuck?
Yay, no penalty!
Good deal.
I'll be like, knocked out in some places.
Oh, he's in the Z4. Alrighty, so I have 5th, 4th, and 3rd in front of me now. And the Brazilian is making mistakes. Downside to it, instead of realizing that he's making mistakes and bowing out gracefully. Oh no, he's in the Merc. Come on, Regis, drive that thing. Soft, please. No fuel. I'm good to go. Yeah, out of everybody in the pits, I'm the only one coming in on medium tires.
Yeah, they're starting off soft. I noticed that too. 90% of them anyway.
So when they did the race intro, I was in 10th. Started the race, I was in 9th. Came into the pits in 6th, and I am leaving 9th. On a considerably better tire. Because all the places that I had to lift, I don't need to lift anymore.
Alright, yeah, I'll take it.
AMG is just like So I've got one of two options. I can either be extremely aggressive, or I can wait for him to overshoot his medium tires and pass them that way.
Let's see how everything is in Spa, Robin. But yeah, I got another F-Type yesterday.
You did?
Yeah. Out of a roulette ticket, which is probably good.
And the Brazilian bit the dust.
Can't wait to get the little denomination of cash. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I got a run-out.
Canadian normie got upset because I passed him, so now I'm at 7.
That's 2 cars back to back. Okay, I got a Renault Clio RS 220 Trophy 2015. Alright, I thought I was gonna wind up with a fucking Pagani invite. Shit.
Seriously.
I'm just as shocked as you are.
No, I'm talking about the damn Canadian normie that decided it was okay to pit me in See, it's times like this that my anger management is just... Actually, I'm just kidding, folks. I don't have anger management issues.
Oh, my oil needs to change. It is worn. Maybe I'll get a better time if I don't.
Stranger things have happened.
Wait, does
Well,
it
at least you
actually
won't blow
affect
up your motor.
I only put 1,000 miles into this thing.
Well, it keeps you from blowing up your motor.
Yeah, that you gotta understand something. It's a race motor, not...
My engine's still excellent. My body rigidity is still excellent. Alright.
Aw, Normie made a mistake. And I'm not talking about this pissing me off either.
The Spa for qualifying time slot. Let's see what I'm looking at. starting to, and I would also like to say, I don't think the V8 Vantage will do well on Red Bull Ring because of just how short it is.
Okay, so we've made it to the top 5 at the moment. Had it not been for Normie shenanigans, I would be in top 3. Not I'm better about that.
Could have fooled me. Are you fucking kidding me? Now Adalon's ahead of me too?
Whoops.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, for those watching the live stream, my eldest Nick is mildly competitive.
I spent 6 hours setting that time, and you jackasses did it in your sleep!
No,
I woke up at the end of the lap.
he was still waiting for his coffee to kick in.
Yeah.
You know, this is some bullshit.
We just spend more time on the game than you.
No, it isn't. For you to get better.
Wait, and Dad, I see you dropped your time from a 2:19 to a 2:18.
Yeah.
So what'd you do, switch cars?
No, actually I think I was always in.
Well, that was a mistake.
Yeah. Alright, so.
Well, salvage to 7th and at last place on the first lap.
Started the race in 9th, finishing on the track in 6th, and I finished in 6th. Now, the one thing that my viewers will have noticed is I did not get one single solitary track violation penalty, and that is the first and only race I've done that this weekend. I don't know if that qualifies for a clean race.
I got beat by a DBR9. What the heck?
Huh?
Can't be letting that happen.
Whoever's the driver of that DBR9 is now my new favorite person in the fucking world.
And I got a 4-star roulette ticket. Alright. Yeah, that is a solid dash on my B-bar. Okay, so since I got 7 minutes, let's go see what we got on the roulette ticket. What is the roulette ticket?
Somebody have a damn DBR9 replay up I could take a look at.
Alrighty. And I got 10,000 credits. Alright. Ah, the Group 3 Mustang.
Finland. Greece. Oh, Consta.
Alrighty. So with this mini track violation penalties as I've gotten in the past 2 weeks, I figure I need at least 50 more clean races before I get my S rating back for sportsman.
Oh, look at that woodpecker out beating his head on the telephone pole out there. Ah. Must be some bugs hiding in the little cracks in the pole.
V12 advantage at 220. Alright, 219, okay.
Well, Justin, you can be happy in the fact that I don't beat your time in your own car.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, because I actually was gonna be kind of a proactive dad, and I jumped in the DBR9, and I couldn't match your time. Not in the DBR9.
No, I haven't tried it, because for one, I don't own one, and if I owned one, I might try it just to get him even worse. Well, one more race, and then I'm gonna go out and do some snow shoveling.
I was getting ready to ask how much snow you had on the ground.
About a foot.
Is that about normal for this time of the year?
No, it's a little heavier than usual, but we had two downfalls all at once, so.
Alright, so I see a DBR9 that's sitting at a 218.4. Is Dad, what's your best time on Spa?
218.2.
See a couple of 218.35.
218.35. Well, you can snag that little 3.5 in any corner anywhere. That little tenth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, the more you drive the track, you're just naturally going to get faster at it.
Oh, I get to start in 7th. I'm not on the chicane! Yay!
I see a 218.2 for the DBR9.
I am starting 7th as well.
See, it is doable. It is doable. It's a matter of running it, practicing it, getting used to it.
Yep, again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Although I see an F-Type at 218.2 as well.
I see an AMG with 216 here, so just race your car.
Yep. Yeah, because you've been in the DBR9 enough now to where you can go through and actually start to explore other cars because, I mean, you may not be the fastest in it, but you're extremely familiar with it, so you can jump in. You can jump in and check out other cars, and when you go back to the DBR9, those driving characteristics are imprinted in your brain through muscle memory.
You'll get to the point where you learn where the different cars are.
Yeah, because I've got a DBR9 starting 11th on my track.
first corner without any incidents.
Wow. People are maturing.
No, they're pulling it off going up the hill.
Do you know you're tied for your time with a Supra,
Who's that?
Dad?
Oh, there are probably lots of people tied with Supras.
Being it is one of the meta cars.
Yeah.
Islands got his time tied with an F-type Jag and a Skyline. Okay, so you can get it. So fastest so far is 2:18.094. Marginal difference in my father, so if there's any fast instant of 217.
Got knocked back down to 12. Part of that was my own damn fault.
Oh, hey, look, the Mustang at 217 was pretty good. There's more power in that car.
Yeah.
217,999.
When I set mine, it said if I put all my best sectors together, I was sitting at like a 217.1.
Okay. Now, my question though is how many of these 217s and shit are on softs and not on mediums?
Exactly.
Probably all, everything's probably all on softs as far as the world one goes.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dad and Island set their times on mediums, and I'm assuming you did too.
Yep.
So, I'm curious as to where the medium times stop and the softs begin. Because I mean,
They may
obviously,
not.
like a, because obviously, like a 216 and shit is, or like a 215 is going to be on softs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run spot in reverse for a minute.
Ooh, that is not a sound strategy at all. Somebody just went in at the end of lap 2 on mediums.
I've been seeing them go in lap 3 on softs.
I didn't punch it hard enough. So if I want to get around the chicane, I have to do it first.
Ah! See, hit the wall going into the pits. Got a pit penalty for that. Yeah. Ah, well. Plus people passing me because I had to back up.
Oh, new fuel. went into the pits 8th, going to be coming out 11th maybe. Yep, coming out 11th. And I got 10th, 9th, 8th, and 7th in front of me. Supra gets really, really nervous.
Dude in the meta car is just nasty. Knocking everybody out of his way.
Another top 5 finish.
Only top 10 for me.
Another barrier penalty in the time trial for me.
Stay off the barrier.
Yeah, sometimes that's easier said than done.
Yes, I know all about it. Oh, that's why Buddy was probably trying to go through with the tires he had on, because he got a penalty, the guy that was taking everybody out.
Yeah, I can't take that fucking first hairpin over 36, otherwise I just take it way too wide.
Okay, stop worrying about how fast you're going. How does it look?
Looks like ass.
Oh, no. When you're coming in, you use your eyes, not your speedometer. Okay, yeah, at the beginning, yeah, at the beginning, use the speedometer to kind of gauge where you're at, but after a while, stop worrying about your speedometer and start focusing in on the line.
Well, I had to use the speedometer because I'm I had to use the speedometer to try and see the, like, absolute max speed I can take some of these and it still be, like, feasible. So well, I'm using the speedometer for scientific reasons.
Yeah, but see, you're always going to be going wide because you're guessing at the speedometer. What you need to do is go through, don't worry about your speedometer, look where you got to go and just drive it. Exit out, save the replay, and go back and see how fast you were going. If you want a scientific. Because if you're always gauging at your speedometer, you're not really gauging how it's going to feel and how you're going to come out of the corner. Because you'll only come out faster when you're smoother.
All right.
That would be my suggestion. I may be wrong, but I've been known to be wrong before.
Okay.
And what you're doing in the center of the corner, like you may be below 50 at the apex, but you could be coming out because you got a smoother and your line smoother. You could be coming out to 60, 70, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, that's a solid dash. Really wish I could go through and fix the sportsman's rating. Although probably, had I not gotten a track penalty on that last track, I might have been able to get a sportsman rating back up to A.
Well, it's probably going up. You just don't get to see it like you do your driver's rating.
Yeah.
I know I was down to an A, and then geez, I'm sitting at an A for a long time, and then all of a sudden, hey, I'm back up to S.
Alright, well, I am going to tinkle real quick. I will be back just momentarily.
Well, I'm taking off, so see you later.
Alright, okay.
Alrighty, talk to you later, brother. Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, because Super GT, Tidge, and I can't remember who the other one was, they all went through and kind of did little things of, okay, so you're wondering how we're this good. Is it all the equipment we have, so on and so forth? Yeah, some of that helps. And then they all went through and they were like, this is time traveling, and I will do hundreds of laps trying to get those times down. And I mean, that's pretty much how they do it. They just, it's lap upon lap upon lap upon lap upon lap.
Which is what I've been doing.
Right. And they admit it gets frustrating. It gets super frustrating. I get super frustrated. I mean, I'm a tenth away from Island's time. Um, and it's your dad's natural competitive spirit, but he just happens to be really good with the vet. I happen to be really good with the Ford. So it's like the whole Ford versus Chevy thing since the dawn of time. So, but I am looking forward to the day that my manufacturer affiliation emblem is a blue oval instead of the BMW. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed the BMW Group 3 cars. I love them. Uh, but yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to represent the car that I have pretty much got the most miles on. Okay, so let's see here. Let's change the greeting. PS4 and controller feel inadequate. I've had that for a while. Time to make that go away. Let's see how many people get that reference. Oh, shit. Oh, I missed that race. I've changed my lobby greeting to I may take your last beer, not wreck you.
I don't get it.
Well, I went through and I had one guy yesterday. Oh, do you know what? While we're waiting. I mean, yeah, I know I could go in and time trial and try to beat Island's time, but it's only Tuesday. I'll focus on that on Friday. Um, I had a guy last night go through and ask me, he's like, why did you wreck me? And I went through and responded back. I was like, watch the replay. I had no steering input. You wrecked yourself. And he's like, well, I didn't save the race. I was like, look, I may drink your last beer. I may clog your toilet up with a massive poo-poo, but I will not wreck you on purpose. Because I'm not going to wreck anybody on purpose, even though I really, really want to at times. Because, especially when they get like seriously dirty, like the one old boy Normie a couple of races ago. He went through and was like being overly aggressive and just a big, fat, huge royal pain in the butt. I wanted to wreck him. I wanted to get him off the track, but I didn't. So, yeah, let's flake it. Same color, just won't add the flakes. Oh yeah, that stands out more. I'm keeping the indent on it.
Yeah. Okay, well, fuck.
But see, one other thing you may want to consider doing, okay, and I know you really don't like this idea because you want a good solid time before you go in and start racing, you might want to just do some races and kind of see what everybody else is doing.
What's getting me is out of everybody that's passed me, it's fucking Adawan.
Okay.
Historically, you and I have been miles faster than him.
Right.
He,
But here's the thing, okay? Not only has he raced this track in GT Sport 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, but also both iterations of F1 that he's got. And yeah, he's raced Spa in an F1 car. So you take somebody from an F1 car and put them in a Group 3 car, yeah, they're going to be able to read the track a lot better because, well, they're not doing 180 miles an hour in a Group 3 car. Oh, did you ever watch Ford versus Ferrari?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm starting to think I should probably go do that instead.
If nothing else, it'll give you motivation. Well, actually, let me qualify that a little bit better. It could give you motivation.
Why is it now cloudy as shit on Spa?
It does that from time to time.
Slow down way too much going into Lacombe. Okay, so as it pertains to... Okay, so I was driving that a lot, which is on the top row of the least performance cars. And then we go down one, and there is the Mustang that I'm doing now. I've actually ran the race in that. Uh, that just doesn't have the top end speed. It doesn't, and I'm not good enough on this track in the corners to be able to make up the time in the corners that I would lose on the straight. NSX, I've got one of those, but I really don't like the way the NSX handles. There is Island's weapon of choice, the Corvette. And Dominic's.
And Dominic's, or Gorilla's. And there is the 2018 car that I did quite well last week with. There is the V12 Vantage. And then Nick's is my eldest tune's weapon of choice down here on the bottom row, which would actually be the top row if I inverted this, is the Aston Martin DBR9. And the DBR9 is on the same row as the Dodge Viper, both of the Ford GT Le Mans spec cars. the GT Bicentron, and probably the most expensive Group 3 car ever, the Group 3 McLaren F1 powered by BMW, which I still need to buy this car to complete out my BMW collection. So at some point, I'm going to have to start money grinding again, start saving up a little cushion. That way, when that car comes available, I can buy that. Because, yeah, we still got 3 minutes before registration starts. So, let's go to the garage real quick. Go to car collection, come over here to manufacturer. So, BMW, I'm missing the F1 McLaren powered by BMW. The Group
Wouldn't that
3.
technically be classified as a McLaren, though, not a BMW?
We see, and that's where I get confused at, okay, because the Group 3 car is part of the BMW family. I've got all of the Chevys, I've got all of the Dodges. I am missing the T-Bucket on the Ford. But we come down here to McLaren. Now, the Group 2 F1 McLaren powered by BMW is classified as a McLaren. That's the silhouette right here, which makes no sense. So yeah, once I get the T-Bucket, then I will have every American car. Got both Paganis, but those were roulette tickets. Actually, one was a roulette ticket, and the other one was a prize for finishing a cafe book. I got all the Pontiacs. Wait a minute, I'm missing a Plymouth. That's right, I'm missing a Plymouth. I forgot about that. So, one Plymouth and one Ford. And that will all be done. Got all the Shelbys. That was actually the first collection that I completed. Let's see. That Suzuki was my birthday present. That one I got out of the cafe book, and that one I got out of the roulette ticket. Yeah, good stuff. Alright, I can now go register.
God damn it. I'm gonna see how the Super does on Red Bull Ring.
Okay.
God, the Super performing understeering less than the fucking V advantages.
No, totally missed my break point. Okay. Well, the potential was there, and I let it go. Alright, so let's get out of time traveling. Let's close that. Pepperoni and cheese.
Huh, no wall penalties for Red Bull Ring.
At this moment.
Mm.
Pepperoni and cheese was good. Yeah, we've gotten to the point where the big family packs of pepperonis, I'm buying one of those every payday. I don't know how much pepperoni that is. I'm pretty sure it's probably not the healthiest thing for me to eat, but yeah. Good protein. But even though I need to increase my driver rating, even though I need to solidify myself as a B-rated driver again, even though I still need to beat Island's time, the most important thing that I have to do this week on Spa is win in the Mustang. That way I can say I won in Group 3 and Group 4.
It actually let me pit. What the fuck? Why did it actually let me fucking pit?
I don't know. Alrighty, I am starting 7th again, so my time is good enough to get me to qualify 7th. Monkey apparently has been spending quite a bit of time in qualifying because he is now sporting a 215.6.
Crossing the pit lines!
Oh, there's Fred Olade in his R8. I gotta give him credit. No, last time him and I raced, he was in the 2018 Ford GT as well.
Alright, I think I am gonna go watch Ford versus Ferrari.
I think you'll enjoy it. I really and truly do.
Alright. Well, you enjoy the stream, enjoy the racing, and, yeah.
Actually, I'll probably only stream 1 or 2 more races, and then I'll end the stream. Okay, when is Leon's birthday? Is it the 20th?
Sunday. Yes.
So it is the 20th, okay. Now, do you know if Kitten has got any school trip she's got to drive for that day?
None at all.
Okay, so I will call her to wish Leon a happy birthday then. Yes, folks, my grandson is turning the 5. So, yeah. As like I said, I'm going to go through and do 1 or 2. As a matter of fact, Sunday, I'll probably do up the Mustang Happy Birthday Leon Libre, and then race that, just in case he gets to see the stream.
Alright. If not, I'll be down there. I'll show it to him.
Alright. I love you.
Love you too, Dad. Alright, bye.
Bye. Alrighty, so turn 1, moved up a position, downside Toyota is the Mexican in the Volkswagen, which I'm sorry is a little cliche-ic. Yeah, he lifted just as I lifted, which is still going to put us way too close in together into the chicane. Thank you for going to the inside, take the inside line, take the inside line, take the inside line. Why do people insist on getting cute? They got an ass man behind me. Actually, I should really stop fully lifting in that corner. I should just go through and just kind of ease up off the gas instead of doing a full lift. Alright, well, that was nerve-wracking. Dan decided he didn't want to play anymore. Oh, that's a penalty. Did a full lift? I don't need to do a full lift. I just need to come out gas a little bit. Good. Let's take it a little bit further ahead of me. What do we got going on up here? I should have been able to capitalize on that. That's grass. Alright, so people should start going into the pits now. I wouldn't take that cornbread. I'd put him in the middle. No, I wouldn't. Soft. No fuel. Went into the pit 7th, gonna come out. I'm gonna guess 10th. Maybe 11th. Okay, I'm gonna come out 11th. No stretch to my paint job. Oh, came out 10th. Alright. And I've got the place in front of me. Don't hit the rubber. Oh, no. Yeah. Not fast as that. My Little Pony will escape. And I'm brutally honest, I could have had a better showing had I not made a few mistakes. Like the one I almost made there. But I ended up finishing the race with a top 10 finish, which is a very solid performance. Oh, that's not wide. And finish ninth. Not quite sure what was going on between Matt Sick and Alfred, but it wasn't good. Yeah, and I think I'm going to end the streaming aspect of it there. So, man, it's been a good, like this, I have no idea. Okay, good stuff. Unfortunately, I think I ended up with 2 track violation penalties. So, no clean race bonus. Sad pandas. Alrighty. Okay. Yes, Federal, you always go from the back to the front. Alrighty. Now, but yeah, Federal Aid is actually a really good driver. He really and truly is. Alrighty. Am I still a BB driver? I'm still a BB driver. track penalties would be the death of me. Anyway, so thank you very much for tuning into the live stream. For those of you who are still here, thank you for being here this long. Any family members and non-biological family members who find this later, I love you. Okay, I'm gonna go now.